Irish Media Network. We entertain.
Welcome to 22 Live, a brand new music show recorded in the heart of Dublin City. I'm Marvin. I'm going to bring you some of the freshest Irish music talent today. And this is Soulé.
You stay when I don't want ya. You care when I don't need ya. Time will tell if you're my savior. Pushing you away, but you keep coming my way. You pray for love, I'm heartless. I'm wasting time, you're patient. Oh, I know you don't deserve this. Pushing you away, but you keep holding out your hands. Time is love, no place. Journey through my heart, no love, I'm done. Sinking ships far gone. Swimming through these waves, don't hold your breath. Timeless love, no place. Journey through my heart, no love, I'm done. Sinking ships far gone. Swimming through these waves, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. I run 'cause I can't love ya. Don't pick me up, I'm broken. I thought that you'd be my savior. Running away so you can love me. Running love, I've had enough. You pray for love, I'm heartless. I'm wasting time, you're patient. Oh, I know you don't deserve this. Pushing you away, but you keep coming my way. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Sinking ships far gone. Swimming through these waves, don't hold your breath. Sinking ships far gone. Swimming through these waves, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Soleil is part of a new crop of Irish talent making waves all across the country and beyond. We're going to be chatting a little more to her later, but right now is a lady who represents both West Africa and Ireland. It's Loah.
If you want to belong, it is said you must dance. Savor your moves in the womb of your being. Harvest and toil until at last the overburden. Unleash them upon the air of now. was your song, your song, your song. If you want to stay here, it is said you must dance. Hold your moment in depth light, in waiting as do enshroud your mystery. When finally the moment's grown from raw to real, you may rise up and stand true and rest the present. Give us your song, your song, your song. If you want to go home, it is said you must dance. For as the flavor of your spirit changes, its shape in visible chaos, it's from burning mist, you are compelled to see this through. You're right belonging to this place, you belong to this place. Give us your song, your song, your song.
I used to cage up all emotions. I was young, up all emotions. Now I'm in a fall emotion. I just can't withdraw devotion. I just get withdrawals, get withdrawn. I don't sleep till dawn. Get my brekkie, then I'm gone. I just can't believe you're gone. Skid marks in the lawn, I seen your footmarks in the bomb. Bookmark in the sand, I seen you look dark in the calm. I seen the hell that was evident from the swell where the heavens went and opened up the holy book, and holy fuck, you were gone. I played Jesus with conscious seasons, and I learned many lessons for several reasons. And I with many fight by fights and many demons. And you might wonder why the fuck that I'm still healing. But I used to cage up all emotions. I was young up all emotions. Now I'm in a fall emotion. I just can't withdraw devotion. I just get withdrawals, get withdrawn. I don't sleep till dawn. Get my brekkie, then I'm gone. I just can't believe you're gone, yeah. I just can't believe you're gone, yeah. But I'm always gonna be looking for the next thing, to put words to pen, to put knife to skin, to protect my friends, to reflect my kin, genuflect your sins, to resurrect him. Who the fuck is he? Some white chap with a beard, the Chinese whispers, they reflected through the years, and they were touching all the kids, so some of all the greatest fears. Hell on earth was here in Ireland, where they stole what we hold dear, the innocence of children from their spirit. Every time I step foot in a church, you best believe those thoughts are near me. And every time I see a priest, you best believe their ghosts are near me. And when you hear this song, I hope you know that you gon' fear me. Cause when you hear this song, I hope you know that you gon' hear me. Cause retribution coming soon directly to your doorstep. Retribution coming soon directly to your doorstep. Retribution coming soon directly to your doorstep, yeah. I used to cage up all emotions, I was young up all emotions. Now I'm in a fall emotion, I just can't withdraw devotion. I just get withdrawals, get withdrawn. I don't sleep till dawn, get my brekkie then I'm gone. I just can't believe you're gone. Skid marks in the lawn, I seen your footmarks in the bomb. Bookmark in the psalm, I seen you look dark in the canvas. Seen the hell that was evident from the swell where the heavens went and opened up the holy book. Holy fuck, you were gone. Yeah, that's that one. That's that in the bag.
I'm sitting here with the lovely Soleil. Now, I've picked up a little quote from the internet which says, Soleils are truly lovable, kind-hearted, funny, and gorgeous, with smiles as bright as the sun. So I think that definitely makes sense when we see you live. So, yeah, it was kind of the perfect quote. I didn't have to look too far.
Oh, stuff. I never know how to react when people, like, say that kind of stuff about me. I'm just like, okay, thank you, bye.
Get me out of here quick.
Get me out of here, run. But no, that's really nice. Whoever said that, thank you. Whoever
said that, they're a genius, wherever
they are.
Thank you. The first time I saw you play was probably in the Sugar Club about 1.5 years ago.
Right.
Around that time, it was supporting Talib Kweli.
Talib Kweli, yes.
And I mean, in that period of time since then, you've done a lot.
Yeah.
You've packed in a lot.
After I remember after that, because I think Talib Kweli was around November, and then January 2017 came by, and it was crazy. After that, did a lot of shows, did a lot of gigs, and I don't know, it was crazy, and it hasn't stopped since then. So I'm enjoying myself, but it was honestly a blessing, and I'm having a great time, to be honest. Yeah. Fantastic.
Festivals, award nominations.
Yeah, I know. When that nomination came through, I was like, what? That's so cool. And Good Life, sorry, not Good Life. Was it Love No More, I think? Because Good Life was the second nomination, and then Love No More was the first one. And that was my debut single, which was just insane for that to have happened, after me releasing my first ever song online, and it getting nominated was amazing. So yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, I think the thing about you is you've been crafting your skills for time. You haven't just appeared out of nowhere. I mean, one of the things that kind of sparked my interest was seeing that you were involved in a gospel choir as a kid.
Yeah.
What's the story there? What's the story behind that?
So in my church, I was like, kind of the only one who could sing. And then they were like, we want you to be the lead vocalist in the choir. And I was only I think I was 14 or 13 at the time. And I was the lead vocalist in the choir with a lot of grown people, which was cool. But that experience was amazing because we got to travel to other churches and around Dublin, and I got to sing as well. So I already kind of had a bit of experience doing shows and singing. So I think I carried that on to when I became Soulé, and I had a bit of that experience, so it wasn't too new for me performing because I'd already done it. But the only difference was I was doing it by myself, as a solo act. But at the time, I was part of a collective. But yeah.
Does that feel different then when you come from being part of a collective and you're going solo? It's like a...
Yeah, it is a bit different because, if you mess up, somebody else can pick up for you. But if I mess up on stage, it's all on me, you know what I mean? And I just, whenever I mess up on stage, I just kind of laugh and I'm like, blah, blah, and then everybody else laughs and then it kind of makes it funny and no one really pays attention. But yeah, it's different, but it was fun. It's fun being a part of a collective because you just have a lot of people to banter with and just... I like being around people, and just that environment was super fun for me, and especially it happening for me at such a young age. Yeah. I was only 14, so it was cool. Yeah.
I mean, you got a wonderful collective and band around you at the moment. Some talented musicians there. Seem like some great people to be around. And the sound you have it's one of the freshest sounds coming out of Ireland right now, I think. So what can we expect? What's going to come? What's coming in the future? And What do we have down the road?
Definitely, I'm working on my EP. I'm excited about that one because it's my first time, like, obviously doing an EP, of course, but just sitting down, writing, working with, my producer and stuff like that. It's fun and it's a great experience as well. And I just really enjoy it. And I just can't wait for everyone to hear what I've been working on. And I feel like this EP is going to kind of get people to understand who I am as an artist and what I like and what I'm about. This is about me, and it's what I like. I think that's the one thing I want to get across. I feel like a lot of people, they're like, oh, why don't you sing like this and do it like this? But it's like at the end of the day, it's what makes me happy and it's who I am, So whatever I put out there is me. I don't want anybody to question that as well and be like, oh, you should have maybe done it this way. But it's like, I don't want to focus on that anymore. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope people like it as well,
I'm sure they will. You just got to be yourself as well.
Exactly. And I think that's the main thing about being an artist is like be yourself and just kind of like ignore the naysayers and just be you, because at the end of the day, music is a part of who we are as artists and it's in us. So nobody can really tell you how to be. It's what you give them, and I think that's what they work off of. But it's like, at the end of it all, it's us, it's me, it's my voice. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Phenomenal. So, when are you at your happiest? What is the moment in time when you're, creating, writing? What's the happy time, the happiest place that you feel most comfortable in? Or
do you know what? I'm going to be really honest with you, because I'm being really honest. I think the happiest I am is when I'm in my bedroom, and I'm watching some Netflix, and I've got some popcorn, and I have some green juice. I like me some green juice, so that's when I'm the most happiest, and I'm in my PJs chilling. That's when I'm happy, but the second thing that comes after that is definitely when I'm on stage. Yeah. I'm my happiest because I forget all my worries, and I forget all the things I'm stressed about. In those 45 minutes that I'm on stage, I'm just like a floating cloud, rainbow, and just happy and bubbly. So so I'd say when I'm at home chilling and when I'm on stage.
Amazing. And that's where we want you to be. So don't leave. Keep up there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolute
That's awesome.
Pleasure.
Thank
Soleil.
you. Thank you.
Lads, that was amazing. That track you played, the first one, proper tribe vibes. It's like, listen to that and coming from Ireland and being Irish, hearing artists coming through and producers like yourself, making music at that level is just unreal, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So much. That's Tribe Called Quest, one of the best rap groups of all time, so it's really nice to hear that. Yeah.
I mean, I never thought I'd be saying that in Ireland, I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm just saying
I'm not saying I'm old either.
Well, we're not,
We'll say nothing.
We'll say nothing, but at the same time, I was having a chat with someone recently about it, and Ireland's at a precipice in terms of its music, and especially when it comes to like hip hop and rap music and grime, that it's like it's never been before. The quality of the production, the level of the lyrics. I mean, you guys are part of it. How's it feel?
Yeah, like I totally agree with you. We're at like this kind of precipice of like Irish hip hop, because we've been through like so many artists that have paved the way over the last like say 10, 15 years. And now we're at a level where we can get rid of all this shame. Oh, you shouldn't be a rapper. You should never be a rapper, Yeah. And now we can actually just go for it. And like it's like, who cares about all that stuff? Like that malignant shame is what Paul Olroy calls it. It's like leftover remnants of colonialism, really. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you shouldn't believe in yourself. And now it's like everybody can actually start believing in themselves. And now we've got the immigration into the country that is going to influence the culture in a positive way as well, because you have all these like new Irish African artists that are amazing as well. Like we were even talking about Loah and stuff earlier, and like they just make it okay to just do whatever the hell you want, which is amazing,
There's a lot of freedom in that, isn't there? It's just like, I don't know how you guys feel, you as a producer and you as a DJ, do you feel that freedom right now? Like,
yeah,
no
definitely.
shackles?
It's kind of like there's like, especially nowadays, people are less limited what they do, like even exposure to the internet. People, like Irish people as hip-hop artists and stuff like that, like himself, their Irishness isn't a gimmick anymore. It's kind of like, this is everything. Like it can be taken into every avenue. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody across seas can listen to it, and it's just being more authentic with it. Like, you know what I mean? They don't need to pretend to be someone else. Like, you know,
it's about embracing your Irishness rather than using it as a plastic paddywhackery kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you gotta embrace it. It's part of me. I'm not gonna go out and start rapping like I'm an American. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's an American art form, but like we have to take it and put our spin. And I think we still haven't found our truly Irish sound yet. I've been talking to Mango and Matt Man about that a lot and stuff, that we actually haven't found that sound, but we're on the cusp of it. You know,
it's really interesting, isn't it? Like, because it's like, you know, listening to your stuff, you know, I keep referring to you obviously because it's you we're talking about here. But like, you know, there's I'm feeling that Irish vibe in there. You know, without it being twee, without it being like, you know, this is Ireland. You know, this is actually Irish. You know what I mean? This is Irish. It doesn't matter what they look like or what, you know, who they are. They're doing something that's very intrinsically Irish. You know what I mean? So respect for that, man.
Thanks very much. Appreciate that.
So let's get some facts out here.
Right.
Oh. So what's happening next year? I mean, last year was great for you guys.
Yeah, well, we just basically started like 2 months ago. I started rapping in April of this year.
It's mad, man. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here, man? Like, this is like, I started rapping in April. Like, is that even possible? Like, would you stop? Would you just get out of here?
Well, like, I was in a band for years. Like,
I'm giving up, man. If that's just the case. But you know, I know you're in a band for years. You've been, you know, you've got a history there.
Yeah. So I was in like a hardcore punk band for like 10, 15 years, like touring around Europe and America and stuff like that. And just kind of, we broke up about 3 years ago. I was always into hip hop, so me and this man right here actually were going to a concert one night. We had met the first night we ever met, and he was like, "Here, man, you should rap." And I was like, "Nah, fuck off." But I'm allowed curse.
Now, here we are.
Curse all you want, man.
Perfect.
Just don't curse at me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, he was like, "Fuck." I was like, "Fuck off! No way, I'm not doing that." Whatever. That was my original thought. And then a couple of days later, it kind of sunk in, and I think I downloaded one of his beats from his SoundCloud account and just sent him something over it. And then we just started working since then, you know, and it's been brilliant. Like, and like you said, like you kind of believe in yourself a bit more every day, which is great, you know.
I mean, you got to get that belief, haven't you, man?
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's just crazy to see something like, especially with himself, he just has such willpower, determination, and when you apply that to anything, you can really kind of make it, like, you know, unfold in front of your eyes, like, you know.
Amen 100%. To that, man.
Yeah.
I think when you're when you have that belief, it's because you've worked hard. Like, I'm in the studio every single night, and like writing, you know what I mean? I just write every night, even if I can only go in for an hour or something like that. I'll still go in and like put something down and be like, okay, I did something with my day. You know, that kind of way.
You got to put the graft in.
Yeah,
that's the game.
And
100%,
and then the belief comes from that afterwards. You know.
So many people are thinking about what's, like, you know, what the end goal is, and while they're thinking about the end goal, they don't have time to actually do what they should be doing to get to the end goal. A lot of the time,
put the blocks in place to get there, you know.
That's the truth. These lads are on it. We're here in the game.
Should be therapists, man.
I mean, we could talk for days here, and I'd love to talk for days here. I want to hear the music. You're going to do another track for us, right?
Of course, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this one's called October Year.
Take it away. Take it away.
Cheers. I carry scars on my soul, I carried weight on my own. I carried you to my home, I carried winter alone. But all the dread that was ahead of me, dragging me to the end of me. You were nothing but the best of friends to me. Always deep in a rut with a feeling of nothing that seems appealing, but staring up at the ceiling till the morning comes breathing. The weight of all the seasons, felt the weight of all you leaving. I felt all emotions, grand spectrum, fall devotion, can's bedroom, all's emotion, hands man. I'ma get up and be gone, out of the hospital bed, I'm gone. Get my deposit, I'm open, I'm on. Finally open to people that where I'm from. You don't cry, you don't say nothing. You just swallow all the shit till you can't even function. You just swallow all the tablets, codeine for the luncheon. You just bought a gaff and now the banker on their bullshit. Missed the mortgage payments and get hit with an injunction. You just hit the bookies, then the boozer for the function. You know your jersey on so you can just drink points and judge them. I know that may sound harsh, but I'm not really one for judgment. You just wanna fly away, escape from all the... I carry scars on my soul, I carry weight on my own. I carried you to my home, I carry winter alone. All the dread that was ahead of me, dragging me to the end of me. You were nothing but the best of friends to me.
I carry scars on my soul, I carry weight on my own. I carried you to my home, carry winter alone. All the dread that was ahead of me, dragging me to the end of me. You were nothing but the best of friends to me. Sunshine on my window pane follows me all winter, yeah. Maybe just walk with me, maybe just walk with me. Sunshine on my window pane follows me all winter, yeah. Maybe just walk with me, maybe just walk with me. I carry scars on my soul, I carry weight on my own. Maybe just walk with me, maybe just walk with me. I carried you to my home, I carry winter alone. Maybe just walk with me, maybe just walk with me. What's up? 22 live music. Thanks very much. Nice one.
Cheers.
Oh, my blood, living in sorrow, like a fever, invoking mortals. At your back, I drive hope arrows. Only logos shielding these treasures. What gifts do you bring? What dark imaginings? Honey sweet, nothing. Holy suffering. And the innocent spinning so dizzy, tethered wings longing for flight. At your back, vengeance must follow. In return, she demands a light. What gifts do you bring? What dark imaginings? Honey sweet, nothings. Holy suffering. Oh, my lovely, hand in hand with the furies. Honey sweet, nothing. Holy suffering. What gifts do you bring? What dark imaginings? Honey sweet, nothings. Holy suffering. Oh, my lovely, hand in hand with the furies. Honey sweet, nothings. Holy suffering.
Wow, that was amazing. Absolute heartbreaker. It's one of those little arrow to the heart moments right there.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. What I wanted to ask you was, you've got this rich talent of influence from Ireland and West Africa, Maynooth, Sierra Leone. How do you see the difference between the two?
So, being Irish and Sierra Leonean, there's a wealth of differences in terms of Ireland is quite maybe a more introverted culture in some ways. Sierra Leone is very extroverted. But when it comes to music and how they blend quite nicely, I think there's this great similarity of storytelling between the two. So Irish people, like, you'll never find a man to tell you a story better than an Irish person. Like, it just never. And the same can be said of Sierra Leoneans. There's this really excited and dramatic and urgent way of just delivering information and telling stories. And my auntie Nora is like an incredible storyteller. She'd have you spellbound for 20 minutes on one story, and it's, you know, you're laughing hysterically, and she's doing impressions, and then you're crying, and it's magic. And I think when it comes to songwriting, that storytelling quality plays through both cultures, even though the musical styles are really different.
Wow, cool. And in terms of modern Ireland, there's been a lot of change in the last few years. How does it feel being part of that? It's
amazing. I grew up in Maynooth with my siblings, and there were only 2 mixed families in the whole town, and it was lovely. And then we moved to West Africa for 4 years, and we came back, and Ireland had changed completely in what felt like overnight. And there was always an assumption before, if you were here, that you were Irish, because non-Irish people just didn't really live here unless they were like married to somebody, or there was just no context for migration inward. And suddenly we became a nation who had traditionally been emigres. You know, we have how many hundreds of years of storytelling about people leaving, but never coming, well, not in the way we would want them to come. So we have people who came, but the context was a little different. So for the first time in what feels like our recent history anyway, we have an influx of cultures coming and interacting with us on a level playing field. So we're getting to actually integrate our cultures and take control of that exchange in a different way. And so that's pretty exciting. It also presents challenges, and there can be people who really find that are very uncomfortable with it. But by and large, I think it's amazing, because it feels like I'm in the Ireland that I've always been inside myself, but it's on the outside too.
Yeah, it's a great place to be right now.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. In terms of music that you got coming up, what are you working on? Have you got new EPs, new albums, new records, gigs?
I have all of the above. So I have loads of stuff. So over the last, since I released my EP in last year, was my debut EP, the debut work I released, I've worked on new solo stuff. So like the stuff you hear, I'm playing more guitar, and then I also have a side project that's very modern production centric, largely with Bantam, who's a producer from Cork, and we've been making a genre of what I call sad bangers, which are bangers.
Hold on a second, sad bangers.
Sad bangers, yeah. So they're
Come on, tell us about this.
Absolute bangers that you can totally jam to and have the crack on the dance floor, but they're really sad. There's an underlying like emotional core of sorrow, so you can cry to them if you want, or you can dance.
Amazing.
So they're bangers for people who've been through like a few breakups but still want to go on the set.
There's always room for that in the world. Listen, thanks a million. Thanks. Absolutely amazing. Make sure you check this lady out. She's going to be coming to venues, festivals, music being released, EPs with Bantam, all coming your way. We're going to leave you with one final act, Soleil, and we'll catch you very soon.
Ole cool, tell me something way I know if you do. Malo too. Monini, Odeji, I hope you're ready for it. Ole cool, you're so complicated. Whoa. You're too complicated. Whoa. You're so complicated. Whoa. You're too complicated. It's always about you. Colors faded into an ocean, blue wine breaking. Unless we forget all of our regrets, I'm ready with you. I deeply do exalt you. You know that I do. If I should remain, you compensate. I can repay with love. Never say never, I'm down forever. It's just a shame because there's something about you. Oh, there's something about you. Cause baby, I really do shit on you. I really do shit on you. But you're so complicated. Oh, you're too complicated. You're so complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're too complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're so complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're too complicated. It's always the wrong things that make us feel right. Undressing, full moons and late nights. Unless we can step all of our regrets, I'm riding with you. I deeply do exalt you, darling, I do. If I should remain, you compensate. I can repay with love. Never say never, I'm done forever. It's just a shame because there's something about you. Oh, there's something about you. Cause baby, I really do should die. I really do should die. Baby, I really do should die. I really do. She's been the boy, yeah. 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 You're so complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're too complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're so complicated. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're too complicated. Cause baby, I really do should die. I really do should die. I really do should die. But you're so complicated. You're too complicated.